Welcome to Gruesome Magazine. Tonight we're reviewing BODYCAM, streaming on SHUDDER beginning Friday, March 13th, 2026.
Gruesome Magazine.
All right, with me this week for this review is Paul Cardulo. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good, Doc. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to talk about this film.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely.
What we're going to get into is we're going to give you a little bit of the skinny on the film. Then we're going to talk about our first impressions, talk about the film a little bit, and then wrap things up with our score, 1 to 5, 5 being the best. But before we get into things, we want to, just invite you to like and subscribe and share with a friend, because every click helps us find another horror fan just like you. What? That cat is giving you a hard time.
She's exploring.
She's exploring. All right. BODYCAM coming to SHUDDER on Friday, the 13th of March, 2026. It's written and directed by Brandon Christensen. And the cast includes Jamie M. Callica, Sean Rogerson, Catherine Lough Haggquist, and Angel Prater. The synopsis is: 2 police officers investigate a domestic dispute, and there is an accidental shooting. Not wanting to be crucified by the public, the officers attempt to cover it up, only to uncover that the cameras aren't the only things watching them. Oh, man. So the director, I just want to mention this before we get into it, also directed Night of the Reaper, which we really like.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Superhost and Z, Stillborn with the slash in it. So
yeah,
a very good director. So we have high hopes for this film. So let's find out. Well, I also have some images. Let's look at the images because I said that.
Oh yeah.
So that's Jamie M. Callica. And then the other police officer is Sean Rogerson, who you might remember from, Grave Encounters?
Grave Encounters, yeah.
A couple of found footage films back in the day. And then, it's got some good, fun, scary. I really thought this was good and scary, but okay. Not to bury the lead. Paul.
Yes.
What is your first impression of BODYCAM?
I liked it a lot. For a found footage film, first you're thinking, well, is it going to be all like kind of first person because it's a body cam? They do a lot in terms of variety, in terms of finding ways to use multiple cameras that make sense and multiple shots that make sense. So it never felt like, why is this camera on? Because of course, the body camera is supposed to be on all the time anyway. It never felt like that. It always felt like it always really made sense. And for somebody who sometimes has trouble with too much motion on found footage, it worked really well. And then not just the way it's shot, but the story was really good. I liked it a lot. Some little quibbles about the ending, but other than that, really liked it. They did some really cool stuff in it that I think we weren't expecting, and it went places and did things we weren't quite expecting, which was cool. So yeah, there you go. Kind of rambling, but that's what I thought. How about you?
I'm not too far from that boat. I liked the director, so I was excited to go into this film, and I like found footage, so that was a plus. I was surprised to find Sean Rogerson in it. That it was like halfway in, I was like, hey. But yeah, I thought, they really did sew together the different cameras and that they used, because each of the police officers had a body cam. But they also used like the dash cam on the police car. So, and to great effect. There was really interesting shots. And sometimes they would take the cam off, and that would give us a different angle, and that really helped. Some of the dashboard cams I really liked. They did some really fun things with the dashboard cam. Because it's not all stuck in one house. They actually go, riding around town a little bit. So, yeah, I agree with you about the ending. And we'll get more into it when we discuss things. But it didn't ruin the film for me, but it didn't quite, didn't quite get a 10 on the landing day. I mean, it passed. It did real well. It might have even placed, but wasn't it first? All right. Well, let's get into some of the stuff. What comes to mind for you right off the bat?
Well, like I said, the creative use of the cameras. Often with found footage, you're stuck with one point of view, maybe two, or they'd stick with them too long lots of times. With this, they would switch between the perspectives of the different officers. They'd switch sometimes when they're even driving, just to keep it interesting and dynamic. As they're driving, you've got the dash cam, and you might have one person's point of view, another person's, just to keep it interesting, and it made it more cinematic to me. It was a really nice use of found footage, and I think honestly, I think it elevated use of found footage, not in terms of elevated horror, but in terms of in terms of bringing the subgenre of found footage, I think, to a higher level of skill. Like you said, we really like this director and we like a lot of the stuff he's done. So it's really nice to see that they were able to take this and do something more with it. And then again, the story wise, there's some neat stuff they do with the story. Like it goes some interesting places, in more ways than one. Sometimes literally, or it tries to go places. But it's successful. Oh, good. Sorry. Yeah.
I was going to say, I really like the cast as well. I thought the two main actors were really strong. There's a couple supporting actors that also put in some really good bits. And of course, you have these a variety of actors that are, I don't even know how to describe them. They're just the people that they encounter.
Yeah.
Are really, I mean, there isn't really a flaw in the casting and the shooting and stuff. And even the script. It's really difficult to kind of, if we want to talk about the one flaw for me, it's really difficult to talk about because it's also wrapped up in the spoilers.
Right. Yeah.
So going to dance around this carefully because we're trying to do no spoilers. And but there's a certain aspect of the film, and when you see this film, you understand what I'm talking about, that it leads up to. And they run in danger of using that a little too much.
Exactly. It was something that I think they could have, like you said, one scene, maybe quick of it or something like this, but too overexposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does feel kind of, it kind of sucked a little of the energy out of the ending. You know what I mean?
I think both of us were kind of in agreement on that. We were like, oh, I wish they had just kind of stopped with this or done, this just, and the thing is, it doesn't make it fall flat on its face. It just keeps it from going, it's like here, it should be here. And then it kind of brings it it doesn't, it just doesn't kind of, you're like, oh man, I want to get in and re-edit it. I want to edit this like this one little bit, right? I think
because I can't edit, so I don't want to get in.
Oh, I can't edit. They let me hold the boom and bring donuts. I can't edit or the other. But you had kind of mentioned, you're like, gosh, I wish they had just done this one little thing, boop, 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 boop. And it was like a short tweak, and it was like, I think it would have been so much stronger without that. What?
I know, but I'm going to have to. I don't know how I'm going to explain that tweak, but yeah. But at the same time, I highly recommend this, especially for fans of found footage. And if you enjoyed, Night of the Reaper or Superhost or Z, check this one out too.
Oh yeah, well, you had mentioned the cast and stuff, and I think that was a big strong point of it, right?
Mhm.
Because you have actually like the characters are a little bit kind of complex. It's not like here this is heroic. I mean, we right in the synopsis it says there's an accidental shooting they try to cover up. I mean, that's in the synopsis, and you go,
Yep.
and it gets kind of complex with that. And I think they're still able to get both. They make more complex characters, and in terms of the morality of what they're doing and why, and
Mhm.
it's not clear cut, and but it's still being able to get that. And I think a lot of that's the performance, right? In terms of you're
Mhm.
still sympathetic to a character that you're like, oh man, you done messed up, and
Yeah.
right. But it I
Yep.
think there's still a kind of a sympathy there. So you
Oh,
want right.
it's not. Yeah, it's not hard to understand. It's a little. Um, it might be a tough pill to swallow for some people in the current environment that we have, but not. But it's fantasy, stupid film, so don't get too wrapped up in that. But I could understand if it does. But at the same time, it's the conflict between our two leads
Right,
because of the morality conflict that
right.
actually drives a good portion of the film. It keeps the friction going between them. Otherwise, it'd just be two guys, la, 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 so that's a very important part
Oh yeah,
of the
yeah,
film.
yeah.
And
And
the,
like you
and
said,
the,
I
and the
think the
actors do
cast pulls
great.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, well, sounds like a winner to me. All right, let's find out what our score is: 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Paul,
Okay.
let's have
As I slowly disappear into the sun here.
the sun's like burning you alive there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I liked it a whole lot. That little kind of stumble at the end. So I'm still gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 3.75 because I
Ooh,
liked it a
nice.
whole lot. I think I might have gone a little higher if they had stuck the landing and if they had really stuck the landing, but they didn't. But it's still well worth watching. You and I were well entertained with it. At least I know I was engaged. One know what was going to happen. Really liked it. Well worth searching out. I think 3.75 is what I say. What about you?
I'm giving it a 4. I'm giving it a
Oh, there you
4.
go. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's an easy sell for me. I love found footage film, so it does,
Yeah.
it gets kind of a bonus on that alone.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of how, you know, my taste in movies sometimes betrays me, but yeah. So I really enjoyed this. At the end of the year, it has if it's not in the top 10, depending on other films that we're only in early March. There
Yeah.
are other films if they last year was very strong for horror, but this could end up in the top 10. If not, it could easily be an honorable mention for me. I really enjoyed this, except
Oh, I can see
for
it.
yeah, I might I might turn it off at one point and just say, okay, that's the ending.
Yeah.
It would have been fine. But all right, well there you go. That's our review of BODYCAM. It's heading your way on Shudder. Friday the 13th of March. How wonderful is that? That's wonderful. So
Yeah.
please catch it if you can and let us know what you think. And of course, we'll encourage you to like and subscribe once again.
There.
With that, yep. With that, Paul, thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Say goodnight.
All right. Bye, everybody.